superficial cuts on my face, but yeah, I mean, I feel like I did well avoiding a lot of the punishment, and then yeah, I just got caught with a little shot in the third round that opened up my eye a bit.
How confident were you when it did reach the scorecards? Because even before they read the decision, he had his hands in the air and he was celebrating.
Yeah, I mean, you never know with the judges. I felt like I knew I was able to defend a lot of his shots and land a lot of my own, but you never know what the judges are seeing. Sometimes, you know, if he's punching my guard, they may not see if it's landing or not. So it's hard to tell with the judges, but I was fairly confident. You know, I knew I wobbled him pretty good a couple times, landed some head kicks. You know, I shot a couple takedowns, got him to touch his butt on the mat. So, you know, I felt like I did more overall for sure.
And obviously, the UFC must see something in this kid because they stuck him on the main card on this big event. Obviously, you had to play the heel this week. So when you were in there, did you see flashes of like what the UFC sees in this kid when you were fighting him?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even, you know, doing my research for this one, you know, Fernando's a great prospect, a great up-and-comer. You know, as well as my previous opponent in Blake Builder. You know, he was 8-0. You know, Fernando's coming in with a lot of good fights. You know, he beat a super tough guy in Julian Erosa. So, I mean, the sky's the limit for him. He's still young. He's super tall and lanky. Got, you know, great skill set for the UFC. Just unfortunately, he ran into me tonight.
So when you were watching tape on him preparing for this fight, is what he brought into the octagon tonight what you were expecting?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I was expecting, you know, some of those kicks, again, really expecting that the boxing, which again, he did well. And then you know, again, just focusing on working with his range. You know, I knew that was going to be kind of the biggest difference between him and some of my other opponents. But yeah, I mean, he stuck to everything I was kind of expecting him to.
And you called out Cub Swanson for January. Why specifically Cub Swanson? You
know, I've looked up to Cub Swanson for a long time. You know, I've been fighting a lot of these kind of up-and-comers with a lot of hype behind them. You know, I'd like to get a fight against a UFC veteran now. He's coming off of his win against Hakeem Dawodo, another Canadian, that, you know, I thought that decision was a little bit iffy, so I'd love to get that one back for Canada.
And you said January, correct? And you said, I think we all know where we're going in January. I'm sure you watched Cub's last time Cub fought there. That fight's in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
So is that what you're hoping for when you do fight Cub?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, Cub comes to fight, and I come to fight, and you know, there would be nothing I'd love more than to you know, put on a great show and have it end up in the UFC Hall of Fame.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Kyle, right back here. Obviously, you know, taking on a Hispanic kid with a lot of hype. Been asking some of the fighters, did you feel any of that from the crowd as you were walking out, that, you know, that enemy territory, so to speak?
Like, I mean, you can hear it, you know, as you're walking out, you know, some people booing or whatever like that. But again, I didn't let it affect me at all. Even, you know, when I was in the cage, you know, doing my victory speech and stuff, I could still hear, you know, the odd person here or there, but, you know, it's not going to get me down.
And then you did repost our clip. You know, what do you want to impart to your sons, you know, from your career? Just can you talk about why it meant so much to you to share that message with everyone?
Yeah, I mean, it's a message I've been, you know, wanting to get out. Yeah, I mean, I do this sport because I love it. You know, I grew up on it. It's been my dream for a long time. But, you know, I want to instill so much more in my kids. I don't want them to just look at me and just say, like, oh, my dad's a fighter. I mean, that's cool. That's awesome. I've reached levels that, you know, a lot of people never expected me to, and I hope they could be proud of that as well. But again, like I said before, I want them to be proud of my work ethic, you know, something that could be transferable into any sport or any career. If they can take anything from me, I would love for them to take the hard work ethic and put it into their dream.
Is the excitement or anxiety any higher knowing you're about to have 3 kids, not 2 anymore soon?
The excitement's through the roof. You know, it's and it's just the beginning because we want to have a lot of kids. So, yeah, we're super excited to get the ball rolling.
Congratulations on both of them.
Thank you.